Right, here we go. Just there is a target mat board with an HV vest, a raincoat, and some dungarees, sort of on about 3 or 4 thickness. So it's about what the thickness of clothing, not heavy clothing, say summer clothing, that people would be wearing. I'm going to chuck some arrows at it and see what, from about this distance, and see what the sort of penetration is like with just some not particularly sharpened arrows. Okay, I'll have a look, see what we've got. Right, let's see what we've got. Okay, so no, there was no targeting or aiming. I was just chucking them down, and normally when I shoot in this board with those arrows, there would be penetration through the board, but there's nothing there. And here we are looking at we're looking at 4 inches penetration. That's less. That's 3 inches penetration. Now that was a leaf tip, and that is about 7 or 8 inches penetration. So that one is quite useful. Same thing again, leaf tip, about 7 or 8 inches penetration. Just a fill tip, 3 inches penetration. And these are all fill tips, I think, aren't they? Yeah. 4 inches penetration. 4 inches. 3 inches. Oh, there you go again, a leaf tip, about 8 inches penetration. So there you go, there's your answer. If you want a better penetration, use one of these leaf tips. Okay, and these are very blunt. So, and that was through this raincoat and through these dungarees as well. Okay, so that was for a coat, a HV jacket, and a couple of layers. Yeah, I just shot these 4 things. You've just seen, that's what you saw in the video, in the stills beforehand. Cleaned and polished. The penetration went from 8 inches to 12 inches. But the other thing was, when you're shooting a heavier bow, when they really bury into the target mat and everything like that, sometimes it's to get them out. When they've got a little bit of grease on them, they go, well, makes life a lot easier. There you go. So these aren't sharp. Well, they're not blunt, but they're not sharp. They're not razor sharp, but they're sharpish, and that makes a hell of a difference. Okay, take care.